Do we have to deserve manifestations? Do we have to have a right for something in order for it to manifest in our lives? What do I mean when I use these words, deserve and have a right? I'm going to explain this in this video, and this video will be continuation of the one where I was talking about the magician and devil card, and it was called missing puzzle pieces of manifestation, I think. So if you haven't watched that one, it's better if you start there, because this one will be like a follow-up. In that video, I use these terms, deserving and having rights, and some of the viewers got offended and felt that it's unfair to use these terms because we're all equal and we should all get manifestations. If we're just able to think of it, it should just come. That's the whole manifestation thing, is all just about this. We should just keep wanting, and they try to prove me that it's about like knowing, it's about feeling, like all this theoretical, beautiful theoretical stuff. They're proving me. And that's why I felt like I need to clarify even more. So I decided to give this analogy of having a right for something, to see it as like those chips in a casino. Like when you have money, you come to casino, you exchange your money onto those chips, and then all the time that you're playing inside the casino, you're playing with chips. You don't actually play with money. You play with chips the whole time while you're inside this casino. And when you feel like you're done and you want to exchange your chips to real money, you have a chance to do that. You go and you exchange. So this is the analogy that I want you to use in order to understand what I mean by having a right. Having money is one thing, and having a casino chip for the money is a different thing. That's what I'm talking about. You want to have money, for example, or whatever, success or love or whatever else you're manifesting in your life. You want to have it. It's like having is one thing. To have it, I'm telling you that you should have enough casino chips to buy it. That's what I mean. If you don't have the chips, you can want as much as you like to. And I'm not here on this channel just to prove you that if you don't have chips, you're hopeless. I'm here to explain to you that if you don't have chips, there is a way how to earn chips first. You earn chips first, then you go and you exchange them into money. Because you come to this world naked and empty, and then you start earning chips. Do you get that point? And when you talk about all this like talents or things that you just get for granted and stuff, still you don't understand that analogy with chips applies. Just by default, by your karma, you have a right for a certain amount of money. So you have just encoded in you a right for a certain amount of chips, so that you play with those chips and you have a certain amount of money or goods or whatever you're trying to manifest. That is the analogy that I want you to use instead of those words that hurt you so badly about deserving and having a right for. So what are these chips? How do you earn them? Those are the for this, to explain this, I'll give you just some examples first, just so you see how it actually plays out in real life. And from these examples, you can understand that there is a difference of someone who just wants something and somebody who has chips to buy it. So first story is from time in Bishkek, where at some point of my unemployed life, I felt like I want a job. I felt like I want money, so I decided I should find a job. Bright idea came to my mind. And so I was like, where do I find it? It's like, I think they posted in newspapers here. Okay, I go buy one newspaper, and I see that there's one ad that just grabs my attention. The biggest, most attractive ad in that newspaper was from a Kumtor company. I was like, I don't know what that is, but looks really attractive, and the title that they're like hiring for is called technical writer. I have no idea what that is, but the ad looks really good, and I want money. And I asked my friends, and they said that this is the coolest company that there is in Kyrgyzstan, and like it's a gold mine, Canadian gold mine, and this company produces like the from taxes from that company make up, I don't know, like 90% of the country's budget, something like that. So it's wealthy company, and it pays good money to the workers. So like everyone wants to, like, would like to work with in those conditions and with that payment. So I was like, okay, now this is the one I want then. Technical writer I'm gonna be. So I prepare a resume that I've never worked on a gold mine before. I've never been a technical writer. I worked on oil refineries and stuff like that. But they do really silly thing when they write in the newspaper, in the ad, they write the requirements for the job. They write like, you have to be able to do this, you have to be able to do this. They just wrote the list, and I'm like, okay, I'll just copy that to my resume. That's what I did, like having no skills listed there, specifically those ones I've never done, but the fact that they listed, I just put them on my resume. It's like I've done like similar things, even though I didn't. And I just sent that resume in, and they called me right away. They called me within, like, I don't know, maybe nobody else came up with the idea that you can just copy paste just everything they asked for, just copy it to your resume. And I just did that. And I'm like, I don't know, like 19 or something. And my creativity was that. So I wanted money. So I came to that interview. They invited like within a day or two. And on that interview, there is like a group of, I don't know, like interviewers. And they ask me questions. How are you going to do this? What are you going to do first? Apparently, technical writer is somebody who writes manuals for software and for things. And I'm like, I've never done that, but like, how do you do it? You give me software, I figured out I like how it works, then I write a manual for people how to use it. Like I explained to them how I'm going to do it approximately. And the boss was okay. And then one of these interviewers not asked, actually, he just stated, looking at my resume, you worked on a refinery and your position was this and this position is technical writer, and gold mine is not the same as the refinery. And the question is, I asked right there, like on the interview, like, you're stating facts, all right, you can read, good, what is your question? And when I asked that, the boss just bursted out laughing, and he was like, okay, we hire you, you're hired, we'll figure it out later. So he hired me, and he gave me a salary with the amount that I couldn't even imagine at that age. I was like, I couldn't even figure out what currency is that. I was shy to ask because the amount was a lot for me at that time. It was something big. So I started working, and I started working in that office in Bishkek, the main office of the company. But the mine, gold mine in itself, is in the mountains, in Tanshan Mountains, by the border with China, really high altitude. And apparently everyone who works in office with me, everyone is dreaming of working there, up on the mine. And I observed that, like, why do you all want to go there? They are like really envious about people who work there. Why? And they say, because it's amazing, it's so amazing that their life is so good. They work only 2 weeks and then 2 weeks off, and their salary is multiplied by 2.4 just for the altitude coefficient, and then they get like benefits, blah blah blah. So everyone wants to go there. They're like dreaming about it. They're working there for years, and they're all dreaming to go there, applying all the time for all the jobs, not getting it. And when they said that, I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And I just applied right away, applied to that other office up on the mountain, and they accepted me right away. Right? They all wanted Everyone around me was dreaming about it. They were envious about it. They had like so much energy going on about this whole, it's like they were wishing, they were like putting energy in it, trying, applying, being jealous and envious. And me, I just looked at them and I said, oh, I like it. I applied, they took me, and they gave me salary even more than what was there. Plus, for the English, they have like 60% additional just for those who speak good English, because they try to promote English speaking among the workers, because it was a Canadian company. So like suddenly I get all this money, like, because they all want it. Now please get the idea why I'm telling these stories. See it as an example. In a casino, having chips and having real money. Maybe I didn't have money when I came there, but I had a lot of chips. So those chips allowed me to just point, and the universe gives it me. Point, and people just give it to me. People just feel like they should give it to me. They just give it to me right away, because I have a lot of chips in stock. And those who are working there, they're like squeezing themselves, squeezing. They're spending all of their chips all the time. They're empty. They're in a casino trying to play, but they have no chips and they're still in the casino. Why are you still in the casino? Just go somewhere, I don't know, work in the field, earn some money, then come to casino, exchange it to chips, and then make a wish. Why do you still stay in casino if you have no chips left? You've already exchanged all of your chips to the things that you already have. No chips, they're keeping squeezing and keeping to wish and ask. Get this idea. That's what I talk about when you try to manifest things and you try to like pull things into your life. Realize that maybe that's why it's not coming. Maybe you're one of those people, just angry and envious and jealous and not willing to actually go. Stop, like close your mouth, stop wishing for a while, go earn some chips first, then play with those chips, earn more chips, play more with those chips, earn more chips, and only then exchange to something big. And you try to just push the universe to give it to you. So one more example is when I was already in Istanbul living here, and I met one Russian girl with whom we became like friends at that time, and older than me, and she was always trying to give me advice about life and men specifically. She was dating with like a successful man who was not really 100% clear on his intentions, but she was still staying there, hoping for him to one day marry her or give her something substantial. Like she was wishing for that. And but this man was like pretty wealthy, and he had like a nice beautiful home, and she would just sometimes come there, visit. When they fight, he would kick her out. She would go to her sad home and like feel sad. Like very clever woman, very beautiful, very like she has potential, but the way she's using it, like very attractive, very smart, like with good character and so many things, but something was missing because she exchanged all of her chips into that one man, and he's not treating her very well. And we're sitting this one day, we're sitting in a cafe, I don't know, having coffee and just chilling, and she's talking about the man again. We're discussing like men, and she's saying that I wish he would just give me like a nice home to live, or he would take me to live in that nice home because it's so nice and beautiful. And I wish, it was some, I don't know, like some, I don't know, maybe like a full moon, new moon, something like that. She came like, it's a good day for manifestation. It's a good day to make wishes. She came, so I was like, oh, okay, all right. We're witches, let's make wishes. She was like, okay, let's do it. And she started like, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't know, like you list. And she started listing. She wants this home, like comfortable, nice, or live in his home. She was imagining like she would be the owner of his home probably. And then she says like, I want him to give me like really, really expensive like diamond ring. and like diamond ring that I want that, and we laughed about it. It was like, no, it was not like serious. We just were like making fun of this manifestation day thing. And she named those things, and I was just chilling, just having my drink. And when she said nice home, I was like, oh, that's sweet, I like that. And I forgot about it. And then she says diamond ring, and I'm like, oh, that's sweet, I like that. And I forget about it. So the key is that she's thinking and wishing about it, dreaming, but has no chips to buy it. It's not happening. I only hear her dream, and I point my finger saying, I like that. That's all. And I forget about it. Then next day, maybe a couple of days later, I get news from my landlord that like he needs the flat empty. Like I should get out and find a new place quickly. Something happened, changed, whatever. I need to find another place to live urgently. And like I only have like, I don't know, like a week. And at that point I'm not working, no income, nothing. Like how am I gonna do this now? And I have to find money and the house to rent, and like, okay, I'll just chill. I'm not gonna do anything. I'll just relax. It's gonna, like if I force, I'm not gonna be able to do it actually in a week. So my only hope is universe. I'll just relax. Universe knows that I need a home and or money for home. And I relaxed, and I get a huge bouquet of flowers delivered to my door. Like, for whom is that? And there is a note, somebody sending flowers to me. Apparently there was some building being constructed right next to the place where I lived, and the owner of that construction had an office there, and he was apparently watching me from the window when I was like passing, getting out of the house, leaving the house, coming back to the house. He was observing, watching me come and go, and waiting, sitting, like for a long time. Period. Later, I figured that out. So he was like, and one day he saw me with a suitcase, and he felt like she's leaving. God, she's leaving. I'll never get a chance to talk to her. But I returned with that suitcase. So he felt the day that I was going somewhere, and the moment I came back, he was so excited, and he sent someone for flowers. He sent those flowers with a note and invitation to have a dinner. And I was like, at that time, I was like, whatever, dinner, food, good restaurant, okay, why not? And I agree. He picks me up. We go to that restaurant, and he's like so polite, so kind of like shaking, afraid, like shy, or excited or whatever. And we spend like a good evening, good dinner. We talk about this and that, just like normal polite conversation. And at the end of the conversation, he like we're about to just finish it up and just go home. And before he drops me, like we're finishing this whole conversation, and he says like, oh, now I will be watching you from the window. Now I know you. Now after we finally met, now I will be enjoy watching you, blah blah. And I just said probably not, because I'm moving out soon. And he was like, why, where are you going? I said, I don't know yet. My landlord asked me to leave, so I should be out like by the end of this week. And okay, where, do you know? No. Do you have a job? No. Do you have money for it? Do you have money? I said, no. Do you have a job? No. But no problem, I'll figure it out. I just shared just to let you know that probably you were not gonna see me from the window. So, and he was like, okay, all right, okay. He dropped me home, and next day he asked me to have a dinner again. He wanted to tell me something, and I was like, okay, all right, no problem. Food again. So I'm coming to just. He asked politely that there was something like he wants to share, and I was like, all right. And I come, and he's shy to say something, but like actually he was like really like a very how you say behavior. His behavior was very high quality. That's why it was like I felt comfortable. So the second dinner, he started by saying like, I want to offer you something, but please don't be offended. Please don't be da da da. I just want to offer you something. What? You said you don't have a job and you have nothing to do and you need like income and this. I want to gift you a jewelry shop, because I have one jewelry shop and it's just nobody is running. I have no time to run it. I have no time to bother about it. And I thought it's like a good job for a woman, like you don't have a job, and it's like a good job for like a girl like you. And there is like a lot of jewelry there, all kinds of like diamonds and stuff. And you will own it, and you will be the business owner, runner, whatever. I want to gift you that shop. And I'm like, so you get the connection, right? She wished for one ring. Several days later, somebody comes and offers me a whole shop full of rings. And I'm sitting and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know if that's what I want to do with my life. Like, do I want to be selling jewelry in my life? Is that like, I don't see myself selling jewelry actually. But it's cute. The offer is like, I said, like, probably not, but thank you for offering. I don't think that's what I want to in my life. And plus, like, I know this man only like a couple of days. And then he said, okay, then I have one more offer to you. Please don't be offended. Please, please, please. Okay, what is it? He says, I'm the owner of this construction company, and we construct so many buildings around this area. And so when we construct them, the building belongs to us. So actually, I have so many empty apartments in so many buildings here, and they belong to me. And it's not a problem at all to give one of them to you. Like, you will stay in this area and I'll keep seeing you. You will not move to another part of the city, and like, you don't have a place to move anyway, and I have free homes. Why don't I just give you one? Don't worry, I will not be expecting anything back from you. I will just give you a key and I will disappear, and you'll leave as long as you want, and I feel totally free. And I'm like, at that point, I was like, oh, all right, that sounds interesting. And it's kind of funny because I didn't already take it as coming from him, not coming from this man. I knew already that it's coming from the universe, and the universe wants to help me this way. I'm like, okay, all right. The jewelry shop is not what I want, but the flat and the roof is a good one. I might want to take it for now, at least, until I find something stable for myself. So he offers me a whole bunch of buildings to choose from, and I choose the building, and says in that building there is a 2-floor flat on the very top, like two last top floors. It's a duplex, and it has like 8 rooms and like big kitchen, and with a view to the sea, a very tall building. You can see the sea and the islands. It's in Istanbul here, and like, you see with those panoramic windows with huge like amazing flat. You come, you see that it's like, and the building is totally new, so nobody has lived in that apartment yet, so it's empty. Said, but don't worry, nobody used it before, so but we'll fill it up. I'll give you catalogs, you choose, I'll fill it all up, and I'll give you the key, and I'll leave. You enjoy. And I was like so excited, and I called that friend saying like, hey, you know what happened? You know what happened? Do you want to come visit me? You know where I'm staying now? And she actually lived not far from there. You want to come? You want to come? And she says, what? And I explained, like, this man, he gave me this, and I'm already in this home, and this, like, do you want to come see how beautiful this home is? And she says that she has a lot of work, and she's busy, and she hangs up, and she never calls me again. It's just for those who think that, like, somebody has it and they're like, you should have it, and somebody has it and you feel angry. It's because she felt she should be having that stuff, not me. Why am I having? She wanted. Why am I having that anger? Why is she having while it's supposed to be me? That's what I'm talking about. She felt she wants it. That's why she deserves it. She felt. Some of you might feel that way. And I didn't care. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even question, do I deserve or not? Do I deserve or not? I was just, all my life, I was collecting chips in that casino of life. And I've collected enough that when somebody near me makes a wish, for me it's enough to just point and say, I like it. And it comes. That's manifestation from 15th Arcana. Arcana 15th. I'm not thinking like a magician, Arcana 1. I'm not thinking like, I am this home, I'm wealthy, I am all covered in diamonds and beautiful homes with 8 rooms and panoramic view. I don't do that to manifest. I don't need to do that. I can just chill. I already have enough chips to just chill and just allow other people around me make wishes. And if I like it, I smile and I point my finger. That's the manifestation when you have a right for something. So please get this idea of having a right or deserving, not as a moral thing, as like, I'm better than you, you're better than me. Not that logic. It's a technical thing, meaning how much energy I have generated and how much chips I have in this casino unspent. I have it as a potential. I haven't spent it. If I spend it all, turn it into gold right now, I'll be without chips again. So from this point of view, being a monk, for example, is beneficial because the monk is constantly in the casino. He's not exchanging any chips. He's just collecting more and more and more, and then he can exchange it to knowledge or information or beautiful reincarnation, next one, or love, or if he finishes his life as a monk, for example, he wants money or love or something, he can exchange. But that period of service to something, somebody, that's where you earn the chips. And living life, you're spending it. A monk is collecting chips, collecting, and not spending. So I hope this time it got a little bit more clear.